Pre-season, Neil, how's it been? How's the summer been? It doesn't seem to have been much of a summer. It's certainly not very long, anyway.
No, it seems not too long ago since we were playing against Northampton at the back end of the season. It's been good. It's nice to get a break. Nice to spend a bit of time with the family. But at the back of your mind, you're always working and thinking about the following season. And once you do finally come in and see the lads coming in and the banter starts flying around again, it's a good place to be. It's a good place to come and work.
Everyone's smiling at the moment. Everyone's pleased to see everyone else. What's in store for today?
Yeah, they're smiling at the moment. We're going to break them in gently like we always do. We can't afford to pick up any silly injuries just by trying to beat players, for the wrong reasons. I think those sort of days are gone. There's a lot more theory behind the hard work they do at the moment, and you can work them hard but work them safely as well.
Bit of testing here today, and then I believe more thorough, in-depth testing at the University of Gloucestershire tomorrow. Yeah,
we've got a great relationship down with the University of Gloucester, and they've helped us out since I was playing here, which is a long time ago. So, it's good to really be able to judge the scores and look back at the tests that they've done over recent seasons, and you do get a bit of a gauge of what kind of fitness level they're at.
And do you expect people to still have that basic level of fitness, or do you have to be sort of flexible with the plans you formulate after you've checked how everyone is?
Yeah, they are professionals. They are professionals now. Again, looking back years ago, it used to finish, put a bit of weight on, come back and get fit. Nowadays, it's a way of life, and players are fit for 12 months of the year. They need to have the rest. They need to have the break. They need to get off their feet. They need to mentally unwind, but they also just need to tick over and keep in shape. So, the training regime that they have now when they report back for pre-season is more to do with just topping up the fitness level and getting sharp and match fit, rather than starting from scratch and losing weight with bin bags on and all that kind of thing.
Well, I suppose what they have had over the summer is an opportunity to do fitness work without the contact that you get in football, so you can train over a sustained period of time without picking up the knocks.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Jason Murphy Centre give them all a close season programme to do, which literally involved doing nothing for a couple of weeks. Literally, rest the joints, rest the limbs. Not even any sort of compact little injuries that you can pick up when you go running. It's important that they get that full break. But then, yeah, they can go down the gym and get off their feet and row and swim and get on the bike, and there's a safety element in it. While they're not down at the club, just keeping fit, and just looking at them now, they're getting weighed and they all look in good shape and, like I say, good spirits at the moment.
Looking at the squad, we make it there's 14 players under contract already, still 2 who were offered terms. Do you expect Marlon and Connor Roberts not to be here?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. We have got 14 bodies. We've started pre-season with less bodies in recent years, so we've got a good base to work from. We're certainly going to be adding to those 14, and it'd be great if Marlon and Connor were part of the squad, but at this moment in time, I don't know.
So I suppose in a way you have to they're not here on the first day, you have to prepare for life without them.
Possibly, yeah. That's an ongoing thing over the summer. As you say, offers have been made. They're entitled to make decisions that put themselves first, put their families first, and look after themselves. So that's where we are at the moment with those two.
And what's the situation with Daryl Duffy? He wasn't officially released, and yet he hasn't officially been offered a contract as well. What is happening?
I've not really had much contact over the summer with Daryl. Again, that's something that we'll see what will happen with him over the next few days.
The gaffer's away in Turkey. How's it been in terms of the search for trying to sign new players?
Yeah, I mean he's on a different country, but the phones still work over there. People still get in touch. He's been very busy over there. He's not there on holiday. He's on his pro licence course. He's been watching 2 or 3 games a day in I think it's the World Under-20s tournament, and it's been full on for him. He's been working long hours out there, but I've still managed to speak to him most days, and just keep him abreast of what's happening. And the world seems a smaller place nowadays, and you're always at the end of an email or a phone call, and it's players players can get in touch, agents can get in touch, and everyone seems to be a lot closer nowadays.
Work going on behind the scenes then. Any progress that you can report, even if it's just sort of things moving on a little bit, even if there's yay or nays?
Yeah, we're doing plenty of work behind the scenes. As I say, we've got 14 at the moment. We'll have at least 4 or 5 more bodies, needed to be added to that to get towards having a good first team squad. But how we work, we just until things are done and finalised, we don't really announce anything.
There was plenty of speculation about being in for Ashley Grimes. That's gone a little bit quiet. Is that one dead in the water, or is that still a possibility?
Ashley's one of the names that I've read that we've been linked with over the summer, and again, once there's something to report on a play, you'll get it here first.
Thanks, Neil.
You're very welcome.
Have you been involved in the player negotiations? Because you were there for the Troy Brown signing, because obviously Mark had just gone away. Have you been on the phone to players' agents and that sort of thing?
Yes, and it's something that even when the gaffer's here, I do still speak to them. It's not necessarily just the gaffer and the agent or the player. It is more of a group thing at times. So yeah, the fact the gaffer's not been in, because he's away, it's pretty much business as normal, really.
Yeah. So if you've got 14 definitely signed on at the moment, have you got a number of how many you want to end up with before the first game? Professionals.
Yeah, I mean, it comes to finances. It depends on the quality of player we can bring in. I think we've always worked with a sort of smaller squad than is ideal, but we've managed to have quality within that squad, and that's why we're very careful about how we look after them. We can't afford with a smaller squad to pick up any injuries. So we do manage people as well as we can. But yeah, we're certainly not going to be messing about with 24, 25 players. We're going to have a good quality, tight-knit squad again, and see where that takes us.
Yeah. Do you think in terms of numbers you had it just about right last season? I know you had a very good injury record last season. If you can, not just through luck, through careful management as well, if you can have that again, I think it was about the right size of squad.
Yeah, it's a fine balance. It's a fine balance between, even throughout the season, not just pre-season, working the players to a certain level where they're competitive, but they're not picking up injuries. And I think a couple of years ago we probably just had too small a squad, and we weren't able to. We were a little bit worried about, working the players hard in training, because any bodies that we would have lost, it would have been very dangerous to, the first team results. But the last couple of seasons we managed to increase it a little bit more, and I think we've got the balance quite well the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, I know you're not going to give any names away until things are signed, but are things close to being finalised as far as you know?
Yeah, we're speaking to players. We're some way down the line with certain players, but I mean, you know what it's like, John. Things get obstacles get put in the way. Things take time for different reasons, but we're getting to sort of the start of pre-season now, where players are coming back and players want to be back training, and I think hopefully you might see things starting to pick up.
Yeah, it's been fairly quiet summer, hasn't it, really, so far? Do you think people are leaving it late?
I think we have this conversation every year. Everyone's desperate to crack on with the following season. Everyone wants to, you get linked with names and you want to start signing players, and you're looking at players who are available, and nothing really ever happens in May and June. And every year we say the same thing. It has been quiet, and it has been quiet this year. But as I say,
you don't think it's been any different to normal then, really?
No, not really. But I think you do always find once the clubs start back for pre-season, that's when things start hotting up.
Yeah. What's it like being in charge for a couple of days?
Well, yeah, it's we've got a couple of days planned. I mean, the pre-season regime that we follow, it gets tweaked every sort of season. Just if we can add a little bit, take bits away. But we've pretty much got the same routine that we've done in the past. This is something that we've talked about at the back end of last season. We talked about it in the summer. So if the gaffer was here, we'd be doing the same thing, and he'd be overseeing it. As it is, he's not here till probably Saturday morning, and it'll be the same thing. But the lads, they're good pros. They respect the staff, and they'll get on with it, I'm sure.
How pleased are you with the 2 that you brought in so far, Curison and Brown?
Yeah, I'm big fans of both of them, to be honest. I mean, Jamie Curison's pedigree's there for everyone to see. I thought he was excellent against us last season, especially down at their place. I'm sure Stevie Elliott's pleased he's going to be playing with him rather than against him this season, and not just because they can travel in together from Bristol. And Troy Brown's a good, young, strong defender who, was part of an older shot team that, for where they finished in the league, they had a hell of a lot of clean sheets. Which there was something going right there at that football club, despite the relegation. I think Troy could have, if he has a good season, he's one that in the future, he can play at a higher level.
Yeah. Trialists, have you got any new faces in just having a look at today?
Yeah, we have what it's like again, John. We have a few come down over the coming days and weeks. Perhaps the first couple of days it'll be quiet, just mainly the lads who have signed. But next week you'll be seeing more, perhaps some familiar faces coming down.
Yeah, can you give us the name of the one who's in today?
There's I could do, John, but I'll give it you on Monday if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cheers, Neil.
A trialist.